After meeting his master Gun, little Daniel leaves the prison. There he encounters the wolf for the first time. The number 2 of Busan, Baek-sang, waits for the Jinrang with lunch, Daniel is now in his perfect body, met Zoe who was waiting to go school with her friend. Daniel's both bodies resembling each other. Everyone in the gang got new hairstyles for the senior year. Everything goes smoothly with usual fun and banter. Daniel gets a call from the Diego Kang, using the Charles Choi example. Daniels gets dragged into the new scenario. And DK asks the first son of Gapriong Kim, Kitai Kim, watches Daniel and seems to be relieved that the plan of Busan takeover is finally starting. Daniel's still naive, but wants to check out the Busan and asks his allied gang members for reunion. Asks everyone to join them, Zach, Vasco, Hudson, Vin, Jay. As part of the DK's master scheme, Incheon's king joins the allied, along with the king of Daegu and Ansan. Daniel has arrived to South Korea's second capital, Busan. Everyone from allied seems to be arriving from the airport to be picked up by the Incheon's king. Hudson breaks Incheon King's car similar to his master. Jay cools down the king by giving a brand new car. Everyone's feeling the same thing. Jay won't talk, but his money surely talks. Jay gets allied a suite in a hotel, which makes Zach, Vin, Vasco astonished. Incheon's king is already under the work of DK. Hudson brags about the Ansan being better than Busan. Allied gang has decided to meet with the Vasco's friends for the information on Busan's gang whereabouts. Vasco's friend is a big shot who has his own gang. His friend's gang messes with Allied, and after their boss arrives, the Allied gang bully the other gang. Ironic, huh? Their Allied understood that the silver ring is for the 4 major crew's leaders, and the golden ring of Jinrang signifies he is the boss. But nobody knows about the whereabouts of the Busan gang. Vasco's friend's gang members seem to have a childhood friend who works for the Busan gang, whose name is Choi Bongpal. Daniel got a crazy plan. The plan is to party? Shopping? Zach gets confused and confronts the Daniel regarding this, and then Choi Bongpal's underlings have arrived to meet the gang. Daniel explains his plan to Zach that he spread some rumors and left a Vivi Club sign that they were starting a drug business in Busan, which made the Busan's drug dealers come rushing to them. Clever. Successfully Allied has arrived at the Bongpal's hideout in the name of Vivi Club members. Bongpal's underling try to ambush the Allied, but they are not even much of a hassle to the Allied. Daniel threatens to burn the drugs inside the fish body to lure the Choi Bongpal. As the gang waits, they were all shocked because Choi Bongpal is a girl. Watch what they do to get information. The Allied are rookies at the investigation stuff, but finally they get some information with the help of the cunning Choi Bongpal. Zach, Hudson, Vasco, Vin, Daniel, Jay team up in twos. All of them attack at the same night. Daniel asks for the help of Hostel's number 1, Eli, to take care of the 4th area, cause it is related to children. Zach and Hudson successfully lured that area's heads and they fight. Vasco and Vin successfully use Daniel's plan to get the head to them. Daniel and Jay go to a fight club arena where Daniel fights his way to the top and becomes the champion to lure the head of that area. The fun thing to mention is Jay gets all his money spent as Vivi Club as bets on the Daniel and wins. Eli beats the crap out of everyone and reaches the leader. Enjoy the visuals of the fights. Daniel calls the DK, formerly known as James Lee, to tell that they defeated Busan. Then DK explains that they were not even the real deal. And suddenly the number 2 of Busan comes and stabs the Daniel just enough to scare them. And Zack, Hudson faced the number 5, 6 of Busan. Eli faces the number 4. Allied is pushed back. The kings come to rescue their disciples. And Incheon's king arrives at the Eli's location. Daniel's angry about Jae being knocked out by the number 2 of Busan. After the fight, Eli realizes that the area that deals something related to children is not about smuggling children, but the children stuff the idol cards, and thinks that Allied might be wrong about the Busan. Vasco, Vin arrive to the Daniel's location where Daniel's about to face the number, and Vasco, Vin are now against the number 3 while fighting in between themselves to be the one to fight. Daniel involves as the fight drags and finishes off the number 3, who never gets knocked down. Knocked down by Daniel, who fruitfully makes use of the gun's training for the first time. The number 3 of Busan, Jong-seok Hwang, who only lost to Jinrang and the infamous James Lee, DK, now lost to Daniel. The number 2 of Busan steps in. Sang Baek takes on with the 3 fighters at once. The fight is interrupted by Zack, kings of Daegu and Ansan. While everyone is in the talks, the chairman of L Group, Nakchun Lee, arrives via cars. The mayor of the Busan, Hyung Wang-do, arrives via helicopters. The Busan's ship Tycoon Jinam Park arrives via boats. Sang Baek explains the ruckus James Lee has caused when there was the absence of the king, and threatens the Allied and other kings with one single sentence: "The wolf is coming." Everyone cheers for the one and only Alpha Wolf, the protector of the pack. Jinrang. Everyone present there can feel the aura resonating. Jinrang, the former champion of the arena, challenges Daniel. Vasco and Vin can't seem to stop admiring the king of Busan, and are shocked to see the Daniel speaking, moving in front of the predator, Alpha Wolf of Busan. Zack steps up and asks Daniel to fight with Sang Baek, a fair fight between the number 2s of the 2 gangs. The fight was going so awesome only to be interrupted by the Vin, and then Vasco too. The wolf steps in, knocks down both Vin and Vasco in just 2 hits, Zack in the 3rd hit, and tells Daniel that he has some mannerless friends and steps in front of the Sangbaek with the same excuse that Sangbaek used to step in front of the Zhongxie Huang. Tie your shoelace and stand back up until then, I will take care of the matter. That is understanding. Code between the wolves, so cool. The kings got into a conflict, and misunderstanding, Jinrang is angry on James Lee for messing with his members, now that the Daniel seems to be on the James Lee's side, which Daniel is not sure of himself. Brought a huge misunderstanding the kings fight. The kings of Daegu and Ansan were already a little exhausted after the fight with number 5, Jaegwangdo, and number 6, Hashik-song, who were on the king's level themselves. Jinrang takes the fight seriously, acknowledging the other king's power. He switches to a stance. The stance of the OG legendary fists, Gapryong Kim. Zack defends his master's honor by stating obvious fact that the monk has not lost yet. The king of Ansan steps in to stop Zack from fighting, but Daniel steps in and tries to convince that they are not on the James Lee's side, and especially not James Lee's dogs. Daniel fights with Jinrang, as Jinrang won't trust Daniel yet. Daniel brings the nostalgic memories of King of Chengcheong, Jichang Kwak. Then the King of Incheon arrives. Zack feels relieved, but King of Incheon tricks everyone and ambushes King of Ansan, knocks him down. Daniel recalls the words of Han Group's chairman, and it was revealed to us that Daniel is skeptical about the James Lee from the beginning as the assets of Charles Choi, transferred to the Diego Kang. It was also revealed to us that the kings of Daegu and Ansan were also in on the plan of Daniel, and as the fighting was inevitable to speak with Jinrang due to his inability to trust others, everyone fought. Daniel, he is still naive in this sort of matters and again taken advantage by the Diego Kang. Incheon's king tried to be a smooth talker with the wolf and reveals the James Lee's request of Jinrang surrendering the Busan to him. That doesn't go well and they fight. Daniel steps in as an amendment for his actions till now and starts supporting the Busan, goes full-on against with the person who possibly knows the secret of his 2 bodies. The only person who could answer the why, how of the 2 bodies mystery. Now Daniel, Zack, Vin, Vasco, all 4 together fight with Jaegyeon Na, the King of Incheon. King of Incheon is under some kind of disadvantage with James Lee and being taken advantage of, is losing to the allied members. The scene cuts to the number 5 Jaegwangdo and number 6 Hashik-song. They were stopped by Gu to be questioned about the Jinrang's whereabouts, and the Kitai Kim steps out of the car and questions them about the Gapryong Kim's disciple. The Jaegwangdo and Hashik-song mistook the duo for Gu and Gun. This made the Gu very angry as they compared Kitai Kim with his friend Gun just cause of the black hair. Jaegwangdo and Hashik-song, even beaten down, stay loyal to the Jinrang. Kitai Kim steps in with his axe and ends the life of the Jaegwangdo and Hashik-song, taking Gu by surprise. Kitai Kim cleans his axe on the shirt of Gu, showing that Gu can't do anything against Kitai Kim. The King of Incheon loses the fight. He gets a call from the James Lee. Then Daniel confronts him, declaring that he is not siding with him. Jinrang also speaks with James Lee and destroys the phone by the anger of what he has done to Jinrang's people. Now Jinrang is ready to listen to the Daniel, starts to trust him. Everyone leaves. Then as Daniel and Jinrang just started their conversation, the Mexican hunter, Kitai Kim, arrives and talks to Jinrang. Daniel confronts Gu on his actions, but Gu just excuses himself, reasoning the money, and lets them know that the Kitai Kim is the king of Seoul and Gapryong Kim's son. Yeah, now Daniel goes up and picks fight against the Kitai Kim after hearing his vicious plans. Whole allied gets knocked down, obvious story. Daniel loses his will to fight, which doesn't help awakening UI mode. The tired wolf takes on alone with the hunter. Kitai Kim is about to unalive the wolf. Flashback hit. Sang Baek, Jung Seok Hwang, Jin Rang were living a tragic life, where Sang Baek has to endure some evil things done to him. Jin Rang feels responsible to protect his brothers, fought back, which lead to him being recognized by the stupid higher-ups, leading to the present top 3 of Busan in an arena, everyone fighting at a young age for their lives. Jin Rang broke his fists, punching the opponents, starts using the elbow, which became the claws for the wolf that he is now. The stupid disciple of Gapryong Kim fell into the wrong influence, made Jin Rang and his brothers watch dogs for his empire. There they encountered the Gapryong Kim for the first time, where he acknowledges the strength that Jin Rang possess. Later, the stupid disciple made Jin Rang to go fight with the kings. After a while, he meets 6 King Seong Ji-yuk. He unexpectedly meets Ji Chang-kwak. Ji Chang-kwak advises Jin Rang to stop being a dog and become a wolf to protect your pack. At that moment, Jin Rang clearly understands the will to protect someone, understanding the legend Gapryong Kim's advice for his hollow fists. Meanwhile, Jung Seok Hwang, Sang Baek already were in a conflict against the stupid disciple of Gapryong Kim. Jin Rang arrives and beats the shit out of that disciple. Jin Rang, the one who was called dog, becomes the wolf. And protects his pack by taking care of the stupid disciple. The legendary Fists arrives at Busan to knock some sense into his disciple, not knowing about the fight, understands the situation and appreciates Jin Rang, names him Jin Rang. Yes, the legendary Fists named the wolf Jin Rang. As the stupid disciple is unalive, the wolf was sent to prison. Back to present, Sang Baek sacrifices himself to protect Jin Rang. Jin Rang awakens the overcome. Meanwhile, Jake Kim searches for Jin Rang and others. Jung Seok Hwang jumps in and he gets hurt pretty badly. Jin Rang steps in, surpassing his limits in the fight. The overcome is a sad power according to the Gapryong Kim, as it destroys the person using it. Slowly, the battle turns tables. Kitai Kim takes upper hand once again. Daniel couldn't do anything. Gu protects Daniel from making a stupid mistake of facing the kill hunter. Jake arrives in time to save whatever's left to save. Police arrive to the scene. Something unexpected happens. James Lee seems to be the one who called the police. Everyone ends up in the hospital. Daniel feels guilty and responsible for not being able to protect anyone in Busan. James Lee, under the disguise of Diego Kang, steps into politics. Ki-tae Kim summons pre-generation, first-generation gangs and unites them all for his grand scheme.